This week is Employee Appreciation Week, but at Talent Launch, we strive for a culture of continuous appreciation each and every day.
I want to shout out Sarah Purvo for her amazing support and mentorship throughout my years of recruiting. She always provides great leadership and motivation to me and the rest of the Artemis team.
Quick shout out to Gray Romano, Salem Select Temp recruiter who has been training new recruiters in different branches, both side by side and virtually. Thank you so much.
I'd love to shout out Kristen Borshik on the legal team in Capstone. You are the true definition of what culture is. You always bring life to the party and you will drop anything to help anyone at any time.
The shout out is to Jen Dollar in Business Enablement. I'd like to thank her for bringing me onto her team and encouraging me to do just a little bit more.
Shout out to Tracy Chase with Bonnie Staffing. Since I've started, she's been an incredible leader and an amazing mentor. I can go to her with any questions at any time and she's there to answer them.
I'd like to give a shout out to Martin Johns, being the man who always seems to have a plan.
Shout out to Nancy from Helpmates. She's always there to assist me, whether it's scheduling drug screenings or any questions that I might have in general.
Shout out to Jennifer Cornish from Bonnie Staffing for always making sure our office runs smoothly and efficiently.
Shout out to Nick Corba for taking some time out of his day to guide me through a process that I wasn't familiar with yet.
Shout out to Rhonda Elliott at Select Temp. She is an exceptional team player who is always there and available to bounce ideas off of and is always keeping me laughing.
I'd like to give a shout out to Christina Hayden from Helpmates in the LBC. She's been collaborative in referring business over to Capstone Search Advisors, and I thank you for that.
Shout out to Brian Flash. Known Brian for over 10 years now. He's been a very loyal, steady person to work with, a great team member, and he lets us eat his cheese balls.
Shout out to Riley Klein from Talent Launch. She is a supportive ear for HR matters or benefits. She's also a supportive friend as well. Go Flashes!
I'd love to give a shout out to one of our newest members on our team. Lydia, thank you so much for everything that you do. Right before the Super Bowl, she helped us put together a football campaign. Overall, for just always having a positive attitude. We're definitely very lucky to have you on our team.
This shout out is to Shanna Barrett with Select Temp Employment Services. I'd like to thank her for her continued support and always pushing me to be a better professional.
I'd like to shout out Corey Callahan, my practice leader for Capstone. Really taking me under his wing this last year and really showing me this industry that we are in and really showing what a true leader is and really being there for me. So thanks, Corey.
Shout out to Joe Sterrick from Capstone. He's only a few months into his role and we've already collaborated on some cross-selling opportunities. Really excited about working together in the future.
I'm shouting out Taylor Mandanisi because of her continuous commitment to our team and making sure that everything flows smoothly on a day-to-day basis.
Shout out to Katie with Select Temp. When I first started, she was with TL and we had sales meetings each month. A lot of what I still use in my canvassing, I stole from those meetings.
Shout out to Sally Weber for being a recruiting rock star and happily answering any questions I have in the recruiting space.
Shout out to Candice Gamboa from Helpmates at the LA branch. I needed help filling a professional role. I reached out to her. She found someone in her talent pool. We got the person an interview right away. And the best part, they got the job.
I also want to shout out Dave Marquez for pushing me to achieve my fullest potential in my recruiting career.
This shout out is for Heather Davies. Heather, I just want you to know how much it's always meant to me that you are so available for me when I have questions regarding internal timekeeping. I know you're always there for us and for me. Thanks so much.
Shout out to Ryan Marks from IT. I actually had a big project in transferring 10 documents for my client, and he handled that in a timely manner.
Another shout out I'd like to give is to Isaac Jenkins for always playing bangers on the aux cord while keeping the vibes alive at HQ.
I want to shout out Josh Wallace for always being there whenever there's an IT mess up or a glitch. Quick to respond and keeping this place running. I appreciate you, Josh.
Shout out to Sarah Purvo and Lauren Mountain from Artemis Staffing for all of their continued support and guidance through my first year of staffing and making it so successful.
Shout out to Kelly Aho from Talent Launch Services. She is an amazing trainer and somebody who has a lot of resources that she's always willing to share.
Shout out to Kirsten Peterson from Alliance Industrial. She's a great friend and colleague who's always willing to help out wherever she can. She answers questions about backgrounds or sourcing inquiries.
I'd like to give a shout out to Garth Moore from Capstone Search Advisors. I've known Garth since I was a rookie in this business, and he's always listened, given me great advice, and really encouraged me to do my best. Thanks, Garth.
Shout out to Meredith Barnett. I love what Meredith's doing right now, trying to rejuvenate some of the culture back with our company. And then also on a personal note, Meredith, you've been very generous, supporting my family over these last few years, all the way from Florida. So thank you.
Shout out to Annalie in marketing, who works diligently to put out some really eye-catching content to keep our community interested in who we are.
Employee appreciation is not just an annual event, but a fundamental part of our daily operations. I am truly grateful for everything that our employees do today and every day.